Today you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you better go with disguise. For every man that ever was will gather there for soon, because today's the day that teddy bears have their pick. Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to meet and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees when nobody sees them, I will see the rosy bees. That's the way the teddy bears have their pick. I'm more teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Watch them unaware, see them picnic on the holiday. See them nearly get along, because they shopping at any bears. And see some of them mommies and daddies will take their home to bed, because we got a little teddy today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every man that was with gather there for soon, because today's the day that we can have their today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every man that ever was will gather there for soon, because today's the day that teddy bears have their pick. Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to meet and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees when nobody sees them, I will see the rosy bees. That's the way the teddy bears have their pick. I'm more teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Watch them catch them unaware, see them picnic on the holiday. See them nearly get along, because they shopping at If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every man that ever was will gather there for soon, because today's the day that teddy bears land their big. Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to meet and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees when nobody sees them, I will see the swans they please. That's the way the teddy bears have their big. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Watch them unaware to see them picnic on the holiday. See them really get along. They love to play shopping, never have any cares. And since the problem is that daddy will take them home to bed because he's got a little teddy bear. Today you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you're better go in disguise. For every man that ever was will gather there for soon, because today's the day that teddy bears have their today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every man that ever was will gather there for soon, because today's the day that teddy bears have their big. Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to meet and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees when nobody sees them, I will seek the swans they please. That's the way the teddy bears have their big.
Of the many ancient civilizations of the world, none can surpass the grand majesty of ancient China, one of the oldest and longest lasting civilizations in the history of the world. going back over 4,000 years. Troller Games is proud to announce our latest Mythos series project, the Codex Sonarum. The Codex Sonarum covers the might and profound wonders of prehistoric to medieval China, both historic and mythic for castles and crusades. With almost 200 mythical Chinese creatures and over 140 deities and heroes, the Codex Sonarum is filled with monsters, gods, warriors, and more on a level that will be truly legendary, told in a narrative true to Chinese history. It introduces the basics of Chinese martial arts and is complete with Qi and the many legendary abilities associated with it. Ancient complex systems of sorcery, spellcraft, and fortune-telling, even enchanted charms, are explored as well. Players can live out their characters' adventures in tales set in popular Chinese fantasy styles like wuxia and more, while within a pseudo-historical setting and brought to life by the castle keeper or game master. Researched and written by Brian Young, the wildly popular Mythos series delves into the mythos of the ancient world, bringing hosts of gods and heroes, legends and lore, and even the monsters and foes that plagued the peoples of ancient times, to the stories that you create. The Codex Sonarum brings ancient China to your table. Join us and pledge today. Trollord Games, join the fray.
Hello and welcome to QuestJunkiesUK. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and we are brought to you by the kind support of CZRPG, Phoenix Dice, Trollord Games, and Nathrax 3D Minis. Look out for your chance to win in our fabulous giveaways. Check the session for today's giveaway. And of course, you can get yourselves a lovely discount over on their homepages using the coupon codes that will pop up in chat. Do not miss this amazing stuff. CZRPG with their beautiful encounter design, maps, a fantastic Patreon for you to join. Phoenix Dice, their incredible, sustainably produced, recycled packaging and everything. The wonderful Click-Clack Math Rocks, do check them out. Trollord Games with their incredible Castles and Crusades original system and lots of D&D content as well. And the beautiful 3D printed and beautifully painted, if you wish, minis of Nathrax 3D Minis. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Please check them out and let them know that the Odyssey sent you. Now, let us also say a huge thank you to the wonderful people over at Sirenscape. Amazing music and sound effects for your games, and just makes the whole experience a completely different level. Check them out, stuff for D&D, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, other game systems, board games, science fiction, fantasy, everything you need. Link in chat for your chance to get a free trial of this amazing product. Now, let's get into the session. To adventure! Hello and welcome to... Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to Barovia. For real this time. As we return to our fabulous homebrewed Ravenloft campaign that is Barovia and Beyond, continuing on after the capture and imprisonment of Strahd's spirits by our Curse of Strahd heroes. And then they moved on to greater things, seeking to rescue the spirits of the ladies of the Thanes, the forest, the swamp, and the mountain Thanes, and thereby reinstating these archfey goddesses, and allowing the Valley of Barovia to return to the material plane. Our Candlekeep Mysteries crew got another glimpse of the gouge in the earth where Barovia should be, between the troll claws and the... what's it called? What's the forest called? It's where Warlock's Crypt is. I can't remember. But hello everybody, how are you doing? Giggity to Father Jared there. How you doing, sir? Welcome in. That's a name I recognise. I have my Father Jardy. I now have my my T-shirt from Lich as the winner of the of Viva La Dungeon, which was in no small part thanks to your patronage. Thank you, Father Jardy, for that. We shall never forget. No worries, Ziggy. Good luck. Oh, playing in Curse of Strahd. Oh no, Ziggy, don't worry. This is very, very unrelated to Curse of Strahd.
We're so far past Curse of Strahd. This is post Curse of Strahd.
We're so fast Curse of Strahd, neither of these players were in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of Strahd.
Oh no,
Is that like a new fruit?
You're from Barovia. You know Strahd.
Oh no, Bjorn knows.
Oh,
Bjorn, my character knows Strahd.
I see.
I have never had the pleasure.
Indeed. Right, okay. So, yes, welcome everybody. We are without Marin today, unfortunately. But we do have these two fine fellas, and we shall be returning to Barovia, as they have been successful in Harakir, the desert realm, Egyptian-themed domain of dread, and they were able to rescue the spirit of the forest Thane. And they have discovered that here in Barovia, the mystical Madame Eva, with her Tarokadek and powers of foresight, is the one who is the physical embodiment, awaiting to be reunited with the spark of Fey energy that our adventurers bring with them as they step out of the mists, once more onto the road, into the Svarich woods, and down this section of road right here, towards that ominous castle up on its pillar rock there, Castle Ravenloft, not being torn to pieces by a Tarask today.
Guys, I feel like I had like a whole dream where a castle was torn to pieces by a Tarask, and then I had to like smooch the Tarask. It was kind of wild.
I don't know if you were ever logged in while we were offline during the week there, Shez, but I put your token and the Tarask's token up in the North Mountains, you know. Canoodling. Okay, now I need to work with the fabulous GM Workshop is joining us tomorrow for a one shot. I need to pick his brains about homebrewing a half shifter, half Tarask player race.
Oh, thank God it was all a dream or a video game or something.
Oh right.
It was the imaginings of a madman.
Oh, that's a bit rude. Exlanter was your buddy.
Yeah, and he was an absolute mad lad, that guy.
True. That is fair.
Oh, he was an absolute mad lad, he was.
Right.
So the only accent you can say those words in.
Okay, so thank you to everyone in chat for joining us. If you are not already, jump in to our giveaway. This is the most appropriate session to win this in, as we are giving away this week CZRPG's Davania's Pocketbook to Ravenloft. If you want some more fantastic Domains of Dreads with lore, with the Dark Lords all planned out, and the beautiful maps of the domain, then please, ! Enter in chat, and your chance will come at the end of the session to win this fantastic piece of lore and resources for your Ravenloft games. I think in canon that's why Marin's not here, because Esmeralda's busy finishing the book.
Makes sense.
It is her. We do not have the author, unfortunately, today, but she will be joining us again next time. Okay, my friends. So yes, do please jump into that giveaway if you want your chance to win the goodies for today. And let us return to our adventurers here as we start tonight's Barovia and Beyond. Edgar, who are you in the real world? Who are you playing? And where are they at?
Hello, I am Mason, and I'm playing Edgar Phelan, the Spore Druid Mapak. And currently he is delighted to be home at Barovia. Doesn't know for how long, but at least appreciates his time there, seeing a familiar home. And is also happy. Yes, exactly.
The waft of candied corn draws you onwards.
In a forest?
The carnival
Sure,
approaches. The carnival approaches.
Oh no.
That's what I was referring to. Okay. Yes, okay, please.
No, all good. And thanks to Esmeralda writing the book, because Bjorn and Edgar definitely don't make money out here. I mean, someone in the party to make money.
Thank you. And speaking of Bjorn, Hardborn. How about your good self?
Hello, it is I, Bjorn Hardborn. Wait, whoops. It is I, Bjorn Hardborn.
There it is.
Shazlens on all socials, Shazlens in the chat, Shaz in real life, and Bjorn in Barovia. Bjorn is... I'm super jazzed to feel the mulch beneath my feet. I'm tired of the sand. It was coarse and it got everywhere.
Let's do it on stream as well.
Okay.
Yeah. No one heard the last one. There's some ominous, clownish music in the way background. I'm suspicious of it, but I'm looking forward to seeing Madame Eva again, so I can give her the spark of the Fae and maybe get a tarot reading. Who knows? I love the tarot. I think it's just fun. Even if you're not into it, it's just fun.
That is fair. You could. It's not. Doesn't hurt to ask.
I know, it's like, you know, even if you don't believe in the whole star sign thing, it's just fun to like pretend.
Yeah, you want ominous music? Here we go.
Indeed. So, our adventurers return
It's good walking music.
to the Svalek Road, passing through the ominous gates as they make their way towards the heartland of Barovia once more. And as the strangely autonomous gates thud close behind them, they make their way through. It's too jolly. It's too jolly.
It's too clowny and we're still in a forest.
Yes, there'll be plenty of time for that later. Okay, sorry. Let's return to the Svalek.
I know John's excited to use the sounds already.
John loves a scary clown.
Well, it's perfect because speaking of GM Workshop, we had our latest edition of Rift Raiders, which involved a lot of space clowns. So I have all the right music all lined up.
Perfect.
We have clown battle music and regular clown music. Okay, so as we return to the Svalek Woods, howls echo across the trees. That was a bit quiet. You could have gone louder, Wolfie. Howls! There we go. Echo through the trees. And Bjorn, you become aware, as you have so many times before, of shapes ghosting you through the trees on either side. Although a waft of your shifter musk and the leader of the pack kind of looks up and says to his packmates in Wolf, That lot smell like level 11. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Do I speak wolf?
No.
I'm just
This is a cutscene.
yeah. I was like, Edgar, I guess we fucking stink, man. We've been in like a desert for a while. It's been sweaty and we're both covered in fur.
No. The pack leader recognized the alpha.
You better be a fucking Tarask if you want to dance with me, man.
Oh, thank you, Ziggy. Yes, please do. There's a D&D chat channel. Shove it in there. Love to see it. Okay. So, the group of you, Esmeralda, Asara, and Krieg are with you as well. Krieg looking a bit worse for wear. Hear the bells, as we do in Sirenscape here, echoing across the river flats there, as the mournful sound of the church in the village of Barovia peals out through the mist, and you emerge from the edge of the Svalek woods and see the huddled buildings still cowering beneath the pillar stone and the looming threat of Castle Ravenloft, but you can see people moving about now, whereas before they were always just hidden away in their houses. Oh, J. Marie, thank you for the reminder. Their character drawings are so good. What a cool party.
We have a professional artist doing them. It's kind of cool.
We have a professional excuse me, a professional artist stroke friendo, Emma City Art.
You've probably seen her. She's on one of the D&Ds.
She'll be here tomorrow. Yes, indeed. You can start your day with CZRPG's Tricentis Tyranny and finish it with our one-shot. Yes, that's Emma, who's our artist, and it is fantastic art, is it not? Bjorn's is a bit small. Sorry, Bjorn. Let's swallow you up a bit here. There you go. And J. Marie, have you seen Edgar's Campestry buddy here as well? Oh, that's Esmeralda. No. Hidden Esmeralda. There we go. Got the right one now. Da-da. There's Edgar's Campestry buddy Sporlax. By the way, check out our YouTube channel. I don't think Phantom's around yet. God, I have to go back to do it all myself. Slacking. No, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. We like to interact with chat. If you check out our VODs over on the YouTube there is a very special one-shot with the fabulous Quincy's Tavern and other friends, which it wasn't meant to be, but it turned into the backstory of that campestry there on Edgar's hat. Fabulous stuff. Okay. I want to ask Quincy back again. I was in his stream chatting with him earlier. He good peeps.
Fun.
He good
Yay.
peeps.
Love Quincy.
So good. Okay, so you see them in a movie. Well, that's the ultimate charity stream stretch scroll. Short 2-minute animated movie. Stop motion. Thank you, Ziggy. I'll check it out later. Okay, so my friends, as you return to Barovia, who has, I think it's in your necklace, isn't it, Edgar? It's in the crystal, the spirit.
Correct, yeah.
Is Madame Ava, like, mine's the mountain. Mine's the lady of the mountain thing. Madame Ava is the lady of the swamp thing. Is that right?
Forest.
Forest thing. So like that's Edgar's patron goddess, right?
All three are patron goddesses to both of you, but
okay.
you seem to have picked a favorite.
Oh, okay. Just happened to
Bjorn.
Kind of zeroed in on the mountain one.
Look, some people prefer the Father, some people prefer the Holy Ghost.
I understand, Bjorn. You have your preferences, but don't ask Madame Ava for any favors.
What's that meme? There's that meme that goes around. It's like, none of you are my favorites. I love you all equally. And then one of them goes away, and it turns out it's you. It's absolutely you.
I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't recall what it's from.
No, me either.
I like Madame Ava. She's cool as hell.
Until she leaves. Anyway, but it's actually you.
Look, I'm a literal werebear. We are made by, the mountain things, so we kind of like,
That was why you chose her, yes.
Yeah. Look, if Madame Ava made me, I'd be down. I'm not down with her.
I see.
Just like digging myself deeper.
Speaking of Bjorn, Madame Ava is responsible for the creation of were creatures here in Barovia, but the ravens. The were ravens, which have over time become the keepers of the feather, who you heard from Krieg were also in Harakir. Also another group of mistwalkers. able to go between the domains of dread. And as you're mentioning that, there is a large raven gliding from branch to branch through the trees alongside.
Alongside us?
Yeah, nearby, yes.
Okay. I was like, okay, are they trying to be stealthy, or is it just
No.
like, okay. I like look over my shoulder, it's like, hello, can we help you? Or are you here to help us? Do you know Madam Eva? We're kind of in with her.
Oh, a friend you see, Bjorn?
Yeah, you know, it's just like a were-raven. They're like, you know, the creatures created by Madam Eva. You know that they're also in Harakia. You know, I heard from Krieg, they're the protectors of the feather. You know, the stuff that the DM just said.
Interesting. I was not expecting some information about were-ravens from you, Bjorn. Very.
Hey man, if it has the were in front of
Insightful.
it, I'm into it.
You had the wherewithal to figure out that, yes.
Wherewithal.
The raven spirals down and behind some trees. And before long, a figure steps out from behind the trees. Quite a large, imposing figure. I wonder if I have art, if we still have all the Curse of Strahd stuff in Roll20 here. I might have them for you. Hey, Phantom. Do we have our friend Orwin? Orwin, are you here? No. Damn it.
Paint us a word picture.
He is a large, barrel-chested fella, and looks happy to see you all. Hey, thanks for the photo.
Holy shit, big boy! How do you fly with that barrel chest?
And he's straightening his clothes, having seemingly just put them on.
Oh, your clothes go off
No, it's
when
not.
you shift?
Don't
I
yours?
No, they just kind of get tighter.
This is a... It's because you do not fully shift. If you became a proper bear, then you would lose all of your garments.
No, I'd just be a proper bear wearing a weird piece of armor.
I do not think that's how it works. And it's... For us, we have to deposit packages of clothing about the place that we may change when we elect to.
No, but think about this. My physical fleshy being changes into a bear. That thing was still wearing armor. The armor doesn't have to go away. I can just be a bear with armor. It looks really cute. You have to think about it.
And
Insert-
super helpful.
Insert image of trinket here.
Yeah, it's difficult to move, my guy. It's very difficult to move.
Right, well,
Human-shaped armor, not meant for bears, believe it or not.
you must introduce me to your smith.
Well, I found this cool-ass piece just somewhere in a desert, so I wish I knew a smith who could make more like this.
He kind of comes forward. What is that made of?
I think it's rock or metal from the sky? That's what it is, right? It's like...
Yes,
like,
it's meteor, yeah.
it's
Meteorite, yeah.
It's pretty hot, eh? And then it like
It's like,
warms up or something. I do like a little hot because like I do like a little hot because like the greater height I fall from, like the hotter it gets, right? So like I do like a little hot, it gets like a little
Just do a little jump.
bounce. I do like that like boxer's bounce. It's like starts to steam a little bit. Like oh shit,
Yeah, the rain that's kind of like falling down.
some condensation on there.
I see. Well, fascinating.
Sorry, we haven't been properly introduced, I think. I am Bjorn Hardborn. This is my good friend Edgar.
I remember you.
Yeah,
Hardborn.
we made kind of a scene where, you know, we're very hard to forget.
No, it goes back more than that. I don't think you remember. You shouldn't, the amount you drank that night.
I did drink a lot.
I am.
But if you drank as much, how the fuck do you remember?
I did not, because I am Erwin Martikov, owner of the Blue Water Inn in Valaki.
Oh, shit.
Yes, we did not replenish our stocks of wine for quite some time after you left us.
Look, the sign said all you could drink.
Was there a sign? Was there actually a sign?
I may have carved all you can drink into the bar, which I'm sure I paid for. Probably.
Look, it is no matter. The brave adventurers, and he looks. Azara, Crick, it is good to see you again.
Man, this guy knows everybody.
I should. They liberated my vineyard, allowed us to restart the production of the grapes, and returned the crystals. And his eyes flit to your necklace, Edgar. The gift from the ladies that ensured our bountiful crops.
Yes. Right. Crystal. Of course.
Speaking of ladies, we need to go to Madame Eva. Maybe you've heard of her?
Yes, I and the other keepers of the feather were watching for your return.
Well, I'm glad you're waiting for us. It's always nice to be met with a friendly face who reminds you of your alcoholism.
Please, there are villages. There are horses in the village.
There are villages and the horses!
Yes, they ate them all. It was a tragedy. If only you'd been here, adventurers.
Oh, cool. Man, I can't wait to go find a horse that I'm roughly large, or a horse roughly large enough for me to ride it.
A horse roughly course. Gets everywhere.
A course horse. Gets everywhere.
Do not worry. It is canon that there is a dray in the village that will be big enough for you. It was
canon.
Yes, it was delivering beets by dray
Oh,
to the village
God.
before.
Why did you, oh.
I thought of that joke as soon as I decided to do Curse of Strahd, and I waited until the first session for so long to make it.
That's pretty good. That's good.
It's clipped on the
I
channel.
hate it, but it's good, yeah.
It's clipped on the channel if you want to see the original. Like I said, it's in lore. It's his lore. Anyway, he leads you down the road, and you arrive in Barovia, the village proper. And there wasn't a Tarask, but it is pretty messed up because it was the victim of the Arcane Libraries one-shot where the nearby mountain erupted and a massive demon came out. and there was a massive fissure into the fiery hells beneath that opened in the main square and things like that. But yeah, it's on the mend. It's on the mend.
Whoa, what happened while we were gone? Was there like a massive demon there? Like a place a fissure or some sort?
Oh, yes. Exactly that, Bjorn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, actually, that's where they met you for the first time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, is it right after that?
Yeah, Edgar was there. Yeah, Edgar was there. No, Edgar. It was that one shot when Edgar first arrived.
That's where Edgar arrived. Okay.
Yeah, that was the first session after. Well, he first arrived at the at Castle Ravenloft as they finished escaping from defeating Strahd. But yes, the first full session he played was that one shot. Yeah, Phantom, definitely. You procure the evil man-eating horses from the village.
I can't believe there's a village in here.
And you mount up and start to gallop relatively short distance, from the village of Barovia to the Serpool, because the Serpool camp is where Madame Eva is based. Yeah. You see the ping there? And you clatter across the bridge, across the Ivlis River, and start to make your way around through the trees again until you come to the branch off down towards the Serpool and the various tents and encampments that make that up there. Speaking of things that I have in here, do I still have that as well? Barovia. No, I do not have it. Stout. I have the Wizard of Wines. I can show you the. This is the vineyard that he was talking about. There you go.
That's spooky.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's a nice little Barovian vineyard.
Oh, is that a GIF? It's a moving picture shot.
Yeah. Like,
You can do that on
like our
Roll20.
background here on Twitch. If you
That's
notice,
also a GIF.
the background on Twitch is of the overlay. Yeah,
Oh, that's dope.
just it's subtle.
I
The mist is
never on the
drifting.
Twitch because I'm playing the game,
Fair.
and we're not allowed to go on Twitch because spoilers.
Indeed. Thank you for your your compliance. Okay, so let me grab you all. Nope. And plunk you down over here. Sorry, Sarah and Krieg going in the water. Splash. And you make your way around and over towards. Emerging from the trees, you see the various large tents clustered along the edge of the pool and the river here, and all the horses tied up. And there is a large fire blazing in the center. Now, you were here before you visited Harakira. This is where you consulted the Book of the Ways, which had information about the various parts and domains of dread that they have visited as Vistani. And you see the various Vistani families coming and going. And as Erwin Martikov arrives, several people hail him, and then they realize that you're with him, and the word quickly spreads throughout the camp, and everyone starts piling out of the wagons and tents, and you see the various familiar faces that you had seen before whilst you were here. There's one young Vistani woman who kind of looks hopefully for Michael's character, but he's not here. And the various matriarchs and things of the various families kind of usher you forward and have you sit down around the fire. And Orwin is given a seat with you. So he turns. So, you have returned safe and sound, but have you returned successful?
Why? Bing! And like shows the little bling of the necklace.
Do we think it would be glowing a little like more than the others? You know, the one that's been recharged.
I feel so, like a little, definitely much more vivid and bright.
Or maybe it's like a different color or something, so like it sticks out from like a normal necklace.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Madame Ava colored.
And the others all kind of come over and look, and they're fascinated by it. Let's see over here. If we had a. Let's find ourselves at Sir Camp. Here we go. So yes, as all of the various Vistanian folks are moving around and kind of pushing in, kind of clamoring to get a glimpse. That music is loud. Why was that so loud? Sorry, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. So yes, everyone's kind of crowding in and trying to get a look of this magical, mystical, storied item. And then the general kind of hubbub kind of quietens down, and you see coming from the largest of the tents, Madame Ava, escorted by a couple of the people here, and she starts to make her way over, looking up and smiling at the sight of you all.
Edgar's excitedly waiting patiently, patting his little feet.
Madam Eva, it's so good to see you. We have a present for you.
Yes. Yes. It is very exciting. And
It's not every day you get to witness a divine being come back into their power.
Yes. You know what? Tea. I think tea first.
oh, yes, of course. We can sit. Tea is good anytime.
And she takes her seat, the largest, most prominent and nearest to the fire, but somehow always magically upwind, never gets the smoke blown in that direction. And she looks around at everyone. You know, everyone, it is many a generation, many are coming and going through the mists that we have shared. And I have all of you to thank for everything you've done. All of the generosity you have shown me. And so I'm just trying to remember the main family person here. 2 seconds. Yeah.
It's like she's in a really big chair, and we pan over to see Bjorn in like a really small footstool with like a tiny cup and giant hands. It's like, this is pretty good tea, you guys.
Of course. And the eldest member of the Vistani families comes forward and says, of course, it is our way. We show hospitality and give aid to all of those who need it. Sometimes misguidedly in our past. And his eyes kind of glance up to Castle Ravenloft, as it was the Vistani that saved Strahd when he was still mortal. And this whole thing could have been avoided if they just ignored him.
Then they wouldn't be the Vistani, man.
Yeah, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't be. But Barovia wouldn't be here in the Domains of Dread either.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do all the right things and even, bad things still happen. Bjorn says that in character
Yeah.
to the DM, so he's just talking to himself. It's like, what?
Madam Ava just nods wisely. Yes.
I just pull my cup away from my face.
Is Bjorn wise now? he's so introspective all of a sudden.
Did you get Oops All Wisdom suddenly?
No, I'm all my stats are reset, unfortunately. I'm just big beefy again.
And Madam Ava puts a gnarled hand on the edge of the chair and pushes herself up. Well, and she looks around at all of them, and all of you. You will not be forgotten, and you will not be ignored. It is
I'm divine again. Can I have a tarot card reading?
it's a little more complicated than that.
Oh, are you like not going to have a physical form? Is this goodbye?
Oh,
It is a return to the land and the forests.
I see. Yes, of course. I should have assumed so.
Well, I guess
Leave
that
it
makes
with self-
sense, but oh my god.
I believed it was selfish of me to assume you'd remain in this form, but I understand of your duty and your power.
Indeed. But if you are able to continue on your quest and reunite me with my sisters, then we will, of course, forever be with this realm. And all of the forest folk, of course.
Of course. Well, sure you aren't lonely.
Now, let me see what I can do about setting these woods straight a little bit, huh? Come on, young Mapak. Give it up.
Of course.
Oh my god, dude, we're about to see it.
Sadly, walks up and presents it to Madame Ava.
She turns 90 feet tall. Bursts through the roof.
It's like what's the goddess in Pirates of the Caribbean? She's on the mast. Just like,
Oh man.
and Edgar, as you shuffle forward and hold up the crystal containing the spirit of the Lady of the Forest Fane, Madame Ava reaches out a gnarled hand, and you place it in her palm. A shockwave of energy bursts from the two of yours clasped hands. A dark light swirling around, seeming to snuff out the daylight, the firelight, the noise of the camp around you. Bjorn, standing slightly to the side, you see this kind of swirling, almost vortex of darkness around the two of them. And then it starts to take form. It starts to become a huge flock of ravens, spiraling around her and Edgar. And as it starts to rise up like smoke coming off the campfire up above the encampment, and the ravens scatter and fly across the forests of the Valley of Barovia. You see Edgar still clasping hands, but no longer with an ancient, wizened Vistani's truth seer, but with the Lady of the Forest Thane herself. They left most of these three here.
Damn. She's hot as hell, dude.
The Mountain Thane's arguably hotter.
Yeah, no, 100%. Mountain Thane is hot. It's peak hotness. a beefy lady with antlers. Hell yeah, brother.
She also gets cut off in the overlay. That's for a later date, so we can fix that later. Don't worry.
Yeah. That's dope. Dude. I love the card. Did Emma make these?
No, this is official art from the Curse of Strahd Reddit. Because these ladies of the Fanes are from Curse of Strahd lore. And as the ravens all scatter and spread out across the forest, Madame Ava, with her hair almost like dark feathers falling across her shoulders and her eyes shining white as they are there, with her Tarokka cards spiraling around her, as you have seen Esmeralda's do as well, looks around at all of you, and then down at you, Bjorn and Edgar. We will not forget. Continue. Go forth. Find the spirits of my sisters wherever that cursed vampire hid them. Return them to us, that we might return Barovia to the material plane. And
Little pack snuff and
and her form dissipates into smoke like ethereal substance that just dissipates and spreads out into the trees.
Edgar slowly turns to Bjorn, like, shake now. Like, he's like,
Oh my god!
Bjorn, we have to make sure you experience that with the mountain thing.
I cannot fucking wait, my guy.
Oh my.
Someone grab him a fainting couch.
Oh. Sporlax's like, Edgar, get up.
Do you feel any difference? Like, now that your patron goddess is back in her god form, like, do your powers feel different?
Well,
Wait, how do druids work? Do druids get their powers from their goddess?
well, I definitely feel a shift in the forest. While not be a change in my energy.
It's like a great many voices cried out all at
I
once.
also heard force. I heard force. You just doing a Star Wars bit.
Sorry.
Of course, it gets everywhere.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Sorry, you were saying you heard like you feel a shift in the forest?
I feel a shift in the forest.
May the forest be with you, always.
Yeah. Like a great many voices of animal critters just crying out as one.
Enjoy. we cut.
Paws out, like, starts to.
We cut to
That
some.
girl learns the
Edgar's
force.
new power is like.
Force lightning. Oh no, Edgar Chef's evil!
We cut to somewhere else where in the forest was a bunch of Ewoks just having a party.
It's Ewok Christmas.
I think the forest folk villages are dangerously copyright encroaching on Ewok villages.
Probably, yeah.
Edgar's gonna return and they'll be like,
For some reason, my armor is golden. It's like, oh, they seem to think I'm their deity.
Magaralo, just two today. We usually have a third, but she's not with us today. But yes, keeping it small and light, and focused on our characters here. All right, so indeed, Edgar, you do feel empowered, Bjorn, as do you, as it is the release of the Lady of the Forest Fane that has given you your level up. So,
Oh!
right,
211, not the 12, right?
Yeah. Just leveled
We're
up.
already out of
Yeah, right,
We've already leveled up. Yeah. We're just like
I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
like canonically you had to level us, or no, uncanonically you had to level us up for the Tarask fight, but this is the moment in our characters' journeys where they actually level up.
Yeah, next time it will happen when you return the Lady of the Fane.
Not if there's another Tarask fight.
As opposed to just going through the mists. Okay. So you spend the rest of this day and the evening with the Vistani. And there is a long evening of clear, vicious spirits and the talk of Madame Ava and all of the stories and the times, that kick-ass music that plays every time they roll into battle, all of that stuff. And both of you may take a long rest. Much deserved. Let me do Esmeralda's.
Yeah.
She was down to 20 HP, so she needs it.
Is that because of the Tarask fight?
Sorry?
Was that because of the Tarask? Wait, was she there for the Tarask? Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Right? At least she didn't die like 2 or 3 times like I did.
Hey, that's Tarask's love language. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so the group of you awaken the next day, and both of you, born and raised here in Barovia, having left and come back, you really start to notice the difference. Now that Strahd's spirit has been locked away by Lady Vanta Blackspire up in Castle Ravenloft, that cleric of the Raven Queen, imprisoning his soul in the Strahd puppet from Blinsky's toy shop and locking it away beyond the wall of force that is her prison within the castle. You can feel the effects of that. You can feel the lightening of the pressure that was just flowing off Castle Ravenloft, this oppressive force that was just keeping the whole valley down, and this this threat of death and violence that is always there. And today, even more so, for Strahd, one of his main strengths here in the valley was that he was the land. But a part of that, the forests of Barovia, have been taken from him for good. But he is still in control of the swamps and the mountains, and gaining power from them. And Erwin Martikov greets you. We can return to the normal Vistani stuff now.
I think Bjorn's like outside of like the little house or like tent that they were having tea in. He's like looking introspectively up into the mountains. He's just like, so soon you two will be free. Like he's really like realizing that they've returned the forest to the things and free from the shadow of Strahd. He's like both hopeful and impatient to free all of Barovia. It's like stealing his will. It's stealing his will. My will is steel now. And then also there's this guy here.
Erwin says, yes, well, if you are able to continue as successfully as you were in Harakir, tell me, what word of my brothers and sisters there?
They're like part of a cult.
Oh, you mean the way they were continuing the worship of Horus?
Yeah, but like over there, that's kind of a cult religion because some new, like, shittier gods have taken over. But I'm pretty sure those gods will be dead soon, so don't worry about it.
Yes.
Oh, good news indeed. I'm glad that your allies were able to do that. And Krieg actually goes and talks with him, about all the details of everything that happened and that was happening. Because he was with the Keepers of the Feather in the main city of Harakir, and Asara comes over. Well, where to next?
Yeah.
What did you and Esmeralda read in Extanta's library?
Well, we know of a carnival to eventually get to, and this other mystical place that's beyond dreamed of. So, one of those two locations. But it isn't a delightful carnival, however. It seems to be a little dark and eerie.
What did you see in your vision? Esmeralda comes over and she looks intently at you.
Oh.
Focus, Edgar. This is very important. These dreams were not nothing. Look how true mine was of Hagarikir.
Yes. Okay. Jimmy Neutron thing. But I remember seeing, like, definitely the laughter of... There's definitely this maniacal but inviting laughter. Playful. That's from these folks in makeup and bright red noses. And
That sounds terrifying. I don't know why anyone would find that entertaining.
they actually seemed quite funny. They were laughing a lot.
Yeah, well, like, they were laughing, but that doesn't mean that they were funny.
You know what? That's very true. It didn't seem as funny from my perspective now that I think about it. But
Sounds pretty spooky, my guy.
But the carnival was surrounded just by shadows and darkness and contractions of playful traps, I would say.
John, how did we get to Harakir, and how are we getting to the next domain?
You
is it
need-
like through the
You need to reconsecrate the stone circles.
and then
So the one for the Swamp Thane is in the village, the ruined village. Over this way. Excuse me.
the village of Barovia, or
Nope. Over to the west. There's no name.
oh, okay.
It's here. If you see where my
Okay, cool.
the
And
ping
where's
is
the-
there. And
the-
your headquarters, right? The Argon Vostholt is up here on
Yeah.
the hill. So it's that valley below that. That's where the swamp one is. And then the mountain fane is even further to the west. It's on Yester Hill, which is that conical hill right on the western edge here.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
just near the vineyard.
What's the name of our headquarters again?
Argenvostolt.
Argenvostolt.
Yes,
Well-
the silver dragon spot there.
Argenvostolt. Well, Edgar.
Hey, when DJ
Maybe- Hey, awesome.
Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome. Edgar, maybe we go back to Argenvostolt, and then since we'll be there, we could just consecrate the swamp circle, the stone circle, and then
Yes.
that will open us a portal to where we need to go next.
Now remember, when you reconsecrated the stone circle of the forest fane, that's when the Harakiran Guardian attacked.
Hmm.
The mummy lord.
Yeah, so we'll probably have to fight some clowns or something then.
Ah, but if I remember correctly, I may need Baba Light Saga's heart.
You are
How-
well, yes, indeed.
Hold on. How do we get that again?
Well, Bishing pulls out a knife. Halloween music starts playing.
Clown Halloween music. Let's
Tis
together.
the season, Bjorn.
Cheers,
I
Hunter.
guess let's go get her. Let's go stab a woman through the heart.
There's a smashing, tinkling sound, and you turn and you see Krieg has just crushed the cup he was drinking from.
Whoa, you've been working up, my guys?
That's right.
No. Baba Lysaga, the devil's nursemaid. She got away. She tore us to pieces, and then left her animated hut to do the rest. And I kicks disconsolately at the fire. I had one shot as she fled. One final chance to land a killing blow. I missed.
Well,
No, the music in the background was like, hey.
Like, we're just having this really tense conversation. People are like around us celebrating that their god just re-received their body. It's like, well, then maybe you need another shot. And like people are partying in the background, like some kid's having his birthday, like just like a bunch of servers singing. It's like, it's time for us to go hunt down this Baba Lysaga once again. Someone's proposing in the corner. It's like, it's raining confetti. It's like, this will be maybe one of the hardest things you've ever had to do, Krieg. Are you able to find her again?
She...
There's like a cake being passed around.
What do you think? Where do you think we should search for her?
Would Bjorn have an inkling of where Baba Lysaga would have gone next?
Roll me an insight check.
Alright. First roll of the night.
We do have dice. From time to time.
Insight. There it is, +5. That's a 17 plus 5, baby.
Very nice.
I like tap into my what is it? My Outlander feature Wanderer background, and I'm just like I'm like Jimmy Neutron braining. I'm remembering all these maps and geographies. Thank you for bringing that back, Mason.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. And you dwell on that description of Krieg's as the devil's nursemaid. And you do remember the others talking, and up at Argenvostolt, you heard them talking about how this Babalai Saga, this hag, travelled with Strahd's mother, who, tragically, in her frail condition, was not able to survive the journey to Barovia, and was here as the sole nursemaid of Strahd. And it is said that it is from her that Strahd learnt his first magic, before he started making deals with the evil powers in the Amber Temple. And yeah.
I'm like relaying all of this to create as you're telling it to me.
Yeah. And you think that if she was so doting on Strahd, so obsessed with him, perhaps she's at the castle.
Maybe she's back at the castle, my guy. It might be time to pay your Maison de Strahd once another visit.
Ooh. It's been a while since we've been at the castle.
Are we in castle storming condition right now? Just, checking with the group. How do we feel about storming the castle?
Oh, I'm sure everything was fine.
I mean, I feel like I've just had a long rest. I feel like I could do anything.
You know, I don't expect there to be any dangers and such. I mean, Lady Vanta is taking care of the castle.
Yeah, we could just walk right in and totally find the old lady and take her heart back.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We just got one?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Why don't just the two of us go? Me, you, me and Edgar, and then
This might
the rest
be
of you.
a very
meet us-
simple trip.
Yeah, the rest of you meet us in Argenvostalt. Unless any of you stares at the DM. Unless any of you want to come along and heal us in case we need it, or some like NPC-esque role.
Well, Esmeralda's going with you.
Oh, sweet. Then I pack some like provisions and drink all their alcohol like I did it the last time I was here, and then I get ready to storm a castle.
Never forgets all that happened. Like, we had to.
I wake up mid siege and it's like, wait, why are we here?
No, you just black out, and then we cut to you at the stone circle with the heart.
I'm holding a bloody and bruised Edgar. It's just like, wait, so when are we storming the castle? Wow, what's this in my hand? Edgar, what happened to you, buddy?
Edgar's unconscious in your arms.
The fucking mushroom's that's the most powerful I've ever seen you, Bjorn. It's like, whoa, I wish I know what I did.
Is that how Spotlight stalks in your eyes? That's
No.
great.
Edgar,
I can't do it.
Edgar, sorry to spoil the mood here, but you cannot help remembering how the swamp stone circle was desecrated in the first place. It was the vision you saw when you crossed over. You saw the glimpse of lights there. Remember the were-raven was there watching the village when you first went there. And you saw that image when you received that crystal that's in your necklace now, and you put your paw to it instinctively. Because you remember all too vividly the evil work of Strahd and Babalai Saga as they captured several forest folk priestesses of the Ladies of the Fanes, dragged them to the stone circle in the drowned village of Berez, lashing them to the stones. The hag and Strahd tortured the priestesses for several days and nights, forcing them to forsake their faith to the ladies of the Fanes. It took time, which they were happy to spend, but eventually each of the priestesses relented, succumbing and damning the ladies three as false gods. Once all of them had renounced their faith, Baba Lysaga cut out their hearts, presented them to Strahd, and with that, he took the power of the Lady of the Swamp Thing. And thus it is that the deed must be repaid, and only Baba Lysaga's heart shall suffice in returning the holy site to its original.
I feel like in the cinematic version of this story, the viewers have just witnessed that flashback, and then it cuts to Edgar telling the story to Bjorn, just like on the road.
Yeah.
Bjorn, it would mean a lot to me, Bjorn, if this deed gets finished.
I'm here for you, mate. We can just rip her heart out and give it back to the gods.
Yeah. Should be as easy as that.
Come on, we're two strapping young forest animal-like people. We could take an old lady.
But of course, plus we're empowered more by the strengths of the things.
Is Bjorn aware of all the mythos and folklore behind Baba Lysaga?
Yes, you would have known to stay well clear of that Valley of Berez and
I think
her scarecrows.
I think Bjorn in the past has been very openly avoiding that area, but since he's given up his emotional core of barbarianism to focus on his stoic paladin side, and his eyes are gone. He's shaking in his armor, but he's trying to put a very brave face on it. She's like, it'll be fine. She's probably just some lady. Yeah, probably those stories are absolutely lies. Yeah, we can take her, man. It's fine.
And Bjorn,
Yes,
you're both interrupted by Oren Martikov, standing there with his elbows on his knees, his hands steepled and his chin resting on them. Was it this confidence, this attitude that got my wife killed, Craig? And you can see Krieg's also just staring into the flames. And Oren Matikov turns to the both of you. Do not go into this so flippantly.
but
Whilst
I do.
it was not Baba Lysaga, the hags of the Bone Grinder. And that's the ruined windmill that was next to the stone circle of the Forest Fane. The hags of the Bone Grinder, when they took my child, seeking to kill and grind them up for their dream pies. It
I
was those
understand.
hags. You do not understand. It was those hags. Lesser beings than this Babalai Saga. That's nearly destroyed your friends. And he kind of almost snarls, almost spits towards Krieg and Asara. Your friends that allowed these hags to tear out the throat of my wife.
I know not to act carelessly because of the danger of these hags. I am well aware of what Baba Lasaga herself can do.
Like, my guy, we're
However-
from here. We get it.
However, her acts, having others renounce their faith, she will get the fury of the faithful.
We shall see.
Do you think just because we're here with, like, you know, a pint in our hands and a cake being passed around and a child's birthday happening in the other room, that we don't care about revenge, about vengeance, about justice?
No, I'm just saying that you should not think lightly of this. These creatures, and they are four, and unless they are very stupid, they will have consolidated their strength. These creatures are dangerous. Do not go into that castle lightly, for though its landlord is locked away, all of its dangers and its power remains.
I appreciate the advice, and I will walk in with both fear and confidence. I will try to keep one while trying not to be ruled by the other.
That seems the wiser way forward.
If we lose confidence, if we lose hope, then we lose it all, man.
Just promise me one thing.
To rip out her throat and her heart and that stuff. That's like on the list.
Babalai Sagar is your target. Just promise me if the Bone Grinder hags are there, destroy them and remove their curse from this land forever. Or would you have this valley returned to Beyond the Mists and have the entire world for them to play with?
I'm going to attempt not to make that last thing happen. I would prefer if it didn't happen. I already kind of sort of promised the Lich he could have, you know, fucking free reign after we're out of the mist. And like, I don't need another thing on my conscience. I'm gonna try to get rid of the Bone Grinders. That's also on the list. Edgar, add that to the list.
Sporlax is just furiously scribbling.
Rip out throat, destroy Bone Grinders? Lich problem, question mark?
Very well. Well, travel safe. And fight dirty.
I'm a bear, man. I shit in the woods. That's all I know how to do.
We will tread forward. Head high. Right, Beyond.
What time is it?
Morning. This is
Alright.
in the morning.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next day.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go in broad daylight to this castle, I guess. Or should we be trying to sneak? Is sneaking better?
Yes, probably not walking straight forward to the
Okay.
castle.
We spent the entire day having nice, wholesome, fun activities with like the other villagers. It's like that. It's that like filler episode of every anime where like you just see every like side character doing like one wholesome thing with a different side character, and then it's castle sieging time.
So, good question. What is the plan?
Yawn.
Between Argonvost and the castle, how long is it?
The castle's very close to you.
Right, and Argonvost is very far.
Yes, relatively.
Like days or like hours?
No. Like a full day's travel to Argonvost.
Mhm.
Argonvost Hills. But yeah, you
We don't really need to go back. We could go straight to the castle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We do that. Everyone joining us.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a full party here. We could maybe take the nursemaid of the devil himself.
Of course, try to tread past everyone else and head straight for Babalai Saga. When we're there, I can try to get more visuals, and we can try to enter from much higher in the castle, if that would be smarter.
Do we have a way to fly above the castle?
Not fly. We can build a way up there.
Are you thinking like stone shape?
Well, not stone shape. I will have to create the stone myself, but that will create such noise and can be caught quick, so as soon as I do create such stones, we would have to act quickly.
No one on our party has like dimension door, right? Well, that's only one other person.
Yeah. Although, what I may be able to do.
What if we were just picked up by a bunch of were-ravens and then dropped into the castle? Is that possible? I look at my were-raven pal in the area.
We do not have enough ravens, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's fair. Is there a back entrance? Or like a secret entrance? Or like an underground way?
And he points to this massive just tower of stones, like, you could climb.
Oh damn, are we climbing?
Well,
It would be exceedingly perilous. It's
Wait,
just-
so I'm looking at the castle right now.
Yeah.
There's only one line going into it. That's like the main road.
yeah, and it's
on a hill.
and it's a pillar rock, so there is a drawbridge past a
Okay.
gatehouse there on that western side,
Yeah.
and the drop underneath the drawbridge is like right down to almost as low as where you are now,
Right.
and it is, and then round to all the sides there, so it's very, very defensible. But defended by who? I mean, this Strahd is gone.
Do we think anyone's in there right now?
You don't
Who's in
know.
there?
You haven't been back since you defeated Strahd.
Should we just knock?
I mean, potentially Rahadin could have been there, but you defeated him up in the mountains.
right. If we enter through the front gates, then no.
Yeah,
They'll know
they'll
of
for
our
sure know
presence,
that we're
but-
here. Yeah, but like we lose any stealth we could have had. But it's like if we didn't need the stealth in the first place, is it really suspicious to go in with stealth? Like,
How about?
do you have a way to stealth us in? That's the main question right now.
Well, I could make us stealthier, but to enter through the front door or try to climb.
How high are the castle
Such-
walls? Do you think it's less than 30? Oh, wait, hold on.
No, it won't be.
It's less than... What's this range? Oh, it is 30 feet. No. Misty Step, come on.
Well, if you want, Bjorn, we can at least make them think there's less of us, maybe?
You mean like some of us walking through the front door?
Yes, and you and I could turn us into a gaseous form.
Yeah,
And we can just...
the walls that enclose the the walls that enclose the front courtyard are 90 feet high.
Yeah, we could gaseous form in, actually. That'd be cool.
And while the rest walk into the front, we stay near in our gaseous form, but we can be able to explore a little bit more. Now it only lasts for an hour, so that is a thing to be careful of.
Okay, so what if we do that? What if someone makes a distraction on the front, and then we gaseous form our way in while there's like a hubbub, from like the side or something, while there's a hubbub going on in the front?
Split the party, split the...
There's only two of us. There's only two of us online right now. Do you want to try that?
We can, if you want, here's what I can try to do when we're closer as well. When we get close, I can get in heightened sight on any of the windows to see if I can see any of the interior. To maybe see if it would be better to go in from above.
Okay, so let's begin by scoping this area out.
Oh, very well then. And then you see his eyes go blank, and just as he's casting elevated sight.
Have I seen you do this before?
Yes, you have in
Okay,
Park,
thank God. I was surprised by this.
By the way, Bjorn, enjoy your disadvantage, Crystal.
Oh, what did I do? You monster! How dare you?
It was the dice.
That's fair.
Although it was a D4, so I'm not sure how that worked. Who's the fourth lucky person? Okay, so you're casting it from the pool here.
Should we get closer first?
Or gotcha. Yeah. No, I was hoping to wait. I thought we were already at the castle. Yeah, I was hoping.
Okay.
There is like this wooded area just south of the castle. Is that elevated near the castle's height?
No, the pillar rock just rises straight up to the castle from the village there.
Okay.
And you think it would be better to go on the road and stop just like away from the gatehouse.
Okay, so we'll do that. We'll have been on the road. We'll stop a safe distance from the gatehouse and then begin to scope out.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's just say all of that has happened. We are there.
So yeah, you are over here. Yeah.
Bing. Okay. Well then, let's see if I can get us any good details as he kind of approaches the gate.
You
And-
look like you're warging. You're a white-eyed raccoon.
Enhance.
Zoom.
Yeah, I've zoomed in just in the castle now. Okay, so you are using the elevated sight to try and see.
Yeah, I'm trying to get see from a greater height, and as well if I can like angle it to where I can see downward into windows to maybe see if I can not see any specific people. Like I doubt I could see them, but maybe any like movement of bodies kind of deal.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, that wolf howl was nice. Perfect. Okay. Let's go here. So, as you arrive on the desolate road that leads towards the richly decorated, gargoyle-infested walls and gates of the castle, you creep forward and you see something that Edgar, you immediately recognize and realize. Bjorn, I don't think you've ever been this close to the castle, right?
I don't think so. I think I would have avoided it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Edgar, since you were last here, helping Krieg and the others escape after they had defeated Strahd, fighting off all of the dire wolves and fell creatures that Strahd was still in control of. Since that day, from all appearances, it looks like much more time has passed than you know has. The walls and the towers of the castle seemed to have been maintained somewhat by Strahd's presence and powers. And as you arrive within sight of the castle once more, it is a much more dilapidated looking structure, with cracks running up the walls and sections of the battlements fallen off, and it has seen better days. And you all arrive. Let's see. That's right, I think for some reason the gatehouse is not in the main castle bit.
Oh.
As you do. So yeah, let me read this because both of you, I think you missed this the first time round. After winding through the forest and craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the east, and then the startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft towers above you. You come to a dead stop before twin turrets of stone, broken from years of exposure, even worse now. Beyond these guard towers is the precipice of a 50-foot wide, fog-filled chasm that disappears into unknown depths far below. A lowered drawbridge of old, shored-up wooden beams stretches across the chasm, between you and the archway to the courtyard of the castle. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind, their rust-eaten iron straining under the weight. And from atop the high walls, stone gargoyles stare at you out of their hollow eye sockets. Hey, Bill. And grin hideously. A rotting wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs above the entry tunnel. And beyond this location, the main doors of Ravenloft stand open, like a dark mouth waiting to be fed. And one other thing I think we should add, because it was from this castle that the others fled, and it was from this castle and from this gatehouse that Lady Vanta Blackspire
unleashed the radiance of her goddess, the Raven Queen. And in doing so, destroyed or drove back all the vampire spawn that were chasing them. So I'm just trying to find... I liked the moment so much, I drew a very, very bad little stick figure drawing of it. Where is it? Yeah, I found it. As depicted here. It's going to show it. Oh no.
No,
Oh, no, you
both
disappeared. There we go. Ah! Oh, yes, the little doodle, yeah.
The destruction of the vampire spawn.
vampire.
Look at that. Genius. Genius. I'm sorry, here's a sad one for you, Mason.
Oh, no, wait.
Wait, we can't see it.
Oh, wait.
Tarina. It's Tarina.
Tarina, yes.
Rip.
Okay, so you see that's in front of you, and you're going to cast your elevated sight.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And that soars up over the walls and looking. Where are you going? Are you going to the courtyard?
Yeah. Not straight in front of like the doors of the castle, but like
Yeah.
in the courtyard. Yeah.
Okay. Right, look at this cool map here. There you go.
Oh,
Ooh.
really cool.
Yeah, this is from the original module. They have all these really cool like isometric versions of the maps.
That's awesome.
So that's the that's the courtyard there. Right, you can see the gatehouse on the left side on the lower picture.
Yeah.
And then
So
that's
we're
Oh,
outside-
okay.
so
yeah,
you're
we're just
you're
outside the gatehouse.
yeah, you're outside the gatehouse there, and then the upper picture it fills in that floor plan,
hole,
the
yeah.
grey space in the middle. There.
Mhm.
And the drawbridge is not down conveniently.
Oh, it is. It is.
Oh, it is down. Well,
Okay. So
do you see any activity, Edgar? Do you see any activity, Edgar? What do your elven eyes see?
elevated eyes.
And just
Elevated eyes.
elevatedly looking downward towards the windows.
So smart.
Ooh. It's quite stormy up here.
Well, yeah, you're in the clouds, man.
Indeed. You send your magic eye up above and peer down into the courtyard where thick cold fog swirls and sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you can see the keep's open main doors. And high above the entrance, pretty much on a level with your magical eye, there is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its frame.
Bjorn, I see a broken window that could be a possible entrance.
How would we get to it?
Like I said, two of us could float all the way up there in a gaseous form, but I can only take two at once. If we did want everyone to join us, I could always polymorph Esmeralda as well, so that way she can fly up there.
Oh, that could work. What do you think, Esmeralda? Quick, someone said Someone sent Marin a text.
A single raised eyebrow.
So no, you don't want to get polymorphed?
Where did you get polymorphed? You're used to shifting form.
Sure, but then are you going to gaseous form up there?
Yes, I will say, being in a gas form is quite an experience.
This wind isn't going to carry me away, is it?
No,
Are you two going to be one gas?
no, it's gonna be we're our own separate cloud, basically.
What happens if the clouds get mixed and we try and rematerialize and we're all mixed together in some hideous Mapak human hybrid?
Wow, sounds
Oh.
like she's kind of a racist.
Then
No, just
created a new species.
don't want to get.
Well, then would you rather get polymorphed?
I mean, that's just magic and it's guaranteed to wear off, right?
Yeah, both of the things are magic.
Yes.
But that'd be the only one polymorphed, and there'd be no risk of mixing body parts with one of you idiots.
Wow. So much meaner when you're not played by a charming Canadian.
It's this place. And she reminds you that she was kidnapped by Strahd and held here.
Mhm.
Forced to do his bidding, sorry.
That's fair. Let's go tear this mother down. But changing into gas or polymorph?
We can decide. We can decide in our chats during the week, I think, as
Mhm.
we shall return next time as you enter into Castle Ravenloft again. The return to Castle Ravenloft. Okay. Right. Okay, so yes, folks, do join us next time when they will be skulking polymorphed audaciously into Castle Ravenloft, although without its vampire lord. But yes, does
So
Baba
spooky.
Lysaga and the Bone Grinder Coven lurk within, waiting for them? We shall see. Will they be able to retrieve the heart of the hag to reconsecrate the stones of the Swamp Fane? And what challenge awaits them to claim the mist key that they need to travel through to the carnival? Now, thank you, everybody. An absolute pleasure to have everyone in. Thank you for those raids and the follows as well. Good to see everybody, and the bits as well. Thank you for that. Now, last chance. Good luck, everybody. Exclamation mark enter for your chance to win Davenire's Pocketbook to Ravenloft. I can't remember if it's 4 or 5. There's 4 or 5 new Domains of Dread in there, with lots of fascinating lore and maps and beautiful art. And there's a bunch of character options for playing in Ravenloft as well. So definitely jump into that giveaway and get your chance to win. No, Mooncloud Strahd's old valet is dead in the mountains to the south. This lot made sure of that. Okay, so yes, good luck everybody. I hope that you are able to win your prize today. And if you do not, fear not, there are a couple more chances to win. Now, let us say goodbye to these fine people first, going the other way around. Bjorn, Hardborn, where can people find you on the material plane?
Shezlens on all socials. Follow me if you want to see, occasionally I post something cute from Japan. Yeah, and I have nothing good to tweet, so I don't go on Twitter. And you'll find me here on Thursdays.
Thank you.
And just skulking around Iwaki. Don't come find me, Iwaki.
And enjoy yourself.
Hello, I'm Mason. If I'm a Florida person, so
Florida man.
woo, yes. So Florida man energy, and You can also find me as well on Discord. My Discord's MT Barrios, but on PhoenixUK Discord, I just go by Edgar Phelan.
That fella right there. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you kindly. And yes, we are PhoenixUK, and we will be back before too long. As next up, we have a return to the Feywild, as we return to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight crew. And a connection there, because it is the evil Archfey that caused all of the trouble with our adventurer Scarlet Song's character's father and mother from the Court of Crooked Teeth, as they are Caithlin of the Crooked Teeth, which is the evil Archfey that the Bone Grinder hags worship. And the reason there were a bunch of children's teeth in the stone circle, spookily, when you were there last time. And we also will be back later on for a return to Chacenta for our sneak peek preview playthrough of CZRPG's Chacenta's Tyranny with Emma Art, this fabulous art here, and all of our other friends there. Then Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on where you are in the world, we have our special Halloween one-shot. We will be joined by the fantastic Darling Creepshow Stephanie, who is Asara in this game, and Edgar's sister, Mason's sister in the real world.
Yeah.
And we will be joined by the fantastic GM Workshop, and of course our friend Baron Dragonborn, as we are fulfilling the charity stream fulfillment there of that generosity that bought him a seat at the table. So yes, do not miss the fabulous Halloween spookiness from the Arcane Library that we'll be putting them through. And I've seen all of their characters now, and it's fantastic. Very interesting bunch as they make their way through the woods near the recently returned city of Drakenheim. Oh, Mooncloud found us through GM Workshop. Excellent. Well, you can finally see us in the same place, Mooncloud. We've been doing those Rift Raider streams a couple of times, but we were against each other there. Now we're going to be on the same stream. Then, there's no Candlekeep this week, but I will be offline enjoying a session 0 over with our friends at QuestJunkiesUK, because on November 5th we start a new dark campaign, which is going to be based in QuestJunkiesUK's original homebrew world of Rodania. And let me give you a shout to Patch and all of his stuff. It's over there. You can check out them and get ready for myself, our good friend Mike and Sam from Out of the Abyss, and our good friend Aylin from the Chacenta game tomorrow, and a new friend who I do not know yet, and I'm looking forward to meeting in the session 0. Come and see my little Humblewood lizard folk Shadow Road warden, Gekathol, who was also mixed up in this evil archfey that the Bone Grinder hags worship. He was also disgraced by that incident in the Shadow Realm. And will be joining the others in Rodania as he travelled there on the Radiant Citadel's crystal, the recently restored connection between the Radiant Citadel and Rodania, and ready to kick things off there soon. Now, that'll bring us round to Sunday evening when we have our evil campaign, The Hunger of Ithrin, and we'll be continuing their journeys into the Caves of Hunger. Next time they defeated the Zaraxian astral elves that were after their friend. The away team got shooed away, and that'll bring us all the way round back to Out of the Abyss, which we left on quite the cliffhanger today, as their Quaggoth, this elven prince that had been shapeshifted by an evil wizard into a Quaggoth, returned to his elven kingdom, went to the council chamber, to the High Counselor, his mother, was about to address her. "Mother, it is I, Prince Derendil returned," when an elven hunting party arrived at the palace, led by the elf Prince Derendil. And they discovered that the Quaggoth was the victim of the demon lord Frazublu's deceptions. And and guiles, making him believe that he was this elven prince all along, but not. So how is that going to play out? So what's going to happen there? And is there a connection with that Rodania campaign there too? Perhaps. Tune in next week and see how that plays out. Okay, my friends, thank you all for joining us today. A pleasure as always. Looking forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. We've had a couple of new faces, new names in chat. Always a pleasure to meet new people. And thank you for the follows and jumps into the Discord there. And that is all, though, for today. So let me close these entries. Good luck, everyone. No, sorry, Phantom, too late. Thank you, though. You had your chance. Okay, today's copy of Davonier's Pocketbook to Ravenloft goes to... drumroll. Ziggy! Ooh, of the Chaotic Seas. Congratulations, Ziggy. Good luck to everyone else. If you want your chance to win your own copy, please join us for Wild Beyond the Witchlight or the one-shot, which we have not only this fantastic CZRPG goodies, also a copy of the Redwoods from CZRPG to give away, and count them, 1, 2, 3 Troll Lord Games giveaways coming at you for that one shot. Do not miss this fantastic opportunity, and we look forward to having lots of you folks in there soon. Right, that's all for today though. Thank you very much, my friends. Let us see who is on that we can go raiding into. Who is on? And whoever gave the YouTube a follow as well, if you are still in chat, thank you very much. Okay. Now, Corsair's Cove is on, but they will also be likely just about to finish, as is normal at this time of the evening, although I think they might have a little bit going left, and they are playing some Humblewood, which we do like. Look out for more exciting things from Hit Point Press coming up in this Barovia Beyond campaign, not just Humblewood things, other more darker things. Okay, so thank you all so much. You know what to do. Stick around for that raid if you've gone let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we like to say around these parts, oyasumi nasai.
Oyasumi.
Bye.
Today you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you better go with disguise. For every man that ever there was will gather there for soon, because